Voice is not clear. I'll just speak a bit louder and closer to the laptop. You should be able to hear me better. Clear for you, Susie. Okay, good. Oh, nice one, Leo. Smashing the squash last night. You still got it, mate. Good. Still Saturday morning there. It's currently afternoon for me. Yeah, I don't even want to risk putting the mic on now with the last performance. So as long as you can hear me on here for now, that's good enough. I will be recording this as well. I'll be putting it on the group what's it called, VIP videos, and I put it in the course as well. Okay, doke. Hey, Annie. Hope you're well. Ah, yeah. Saturday evening for you. Time to unwind, relax, get yourself a drink, and watch this presentation. So yeah, it's going to be a good one today. I'm really excited to share this one. I know a lot of people struggle with the drawdowns. I know I did, and yeah, I'm going to go over things that have helped me and some techniques and things like that today. Yeah, good. Glad you're looking forward to it, Annie. Okay, doke. We'll start in about a minute. So how these best work, what I'll do is I'll go over the presentation, and then at the end, if you've got any questions or anything like that, I'll go through them. Or actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. When I go through one section, then I'll wait for questions, and then we'll move on to the next. That might be a better way as well. Okay, doke. So yeah, we'll get started then. So I'll just share my screen. So hopefully everyone know. I'm just going to put an announcement in the chat just for everyone. Chat now. Okay, a few more coming in now. Hey there, my friend. Welcome. Just going to double check. Go. Just give it one more minute. Still getting used to the Discord. It's a brand new one, doing all these lives. So yeah, always a bit of technical difficulties when you start. Okie doke. Right, we'll get cracking. Just let me find my pen. Right. Okie doke. So overcoming drawdowns. This is what it's going to be about today, and methods to keep your confidence intact, which is basically the key to trading. So one of the first techniques you can do to help you, deal with drawdowns is to take time off. And the reason for that is it allows you to calm down and recalibrate. When you're in that emotional state and everything just feels like a grind, everything's going wrong, the best thing you can do is just stop, take a pause, and take a week off. So what I advise to do is, just create a rule when you hit a certain drawdown. Let's say you hit four in a row, and that's usually what triggers you. Okay, that can be the rule. Take a week off, come back to it when you've cooled down, and then you can come back to it. And also, what taking time off does is it allows the market to transition back to the more favourable conditions. The reason why you're in a drawdown is the market's just not in line with your strategy at the moment. So one of the best things, literally, is just take time off, and it's just a simple technique that'll have a powerful effect. So, have you got any questions on that, anyone? Before I move on, clear, yeah. Okay, up. Move on to the next step. Another technique that you can do is simply reduce the frequency. So only take them A plus setups. So like I was saying at the beginning, trading's all about confidence. Okay, so we need to build the confidence back up. And A plus setups are the way to do this because you're going to have a higher chance of hitting it, and most importantly, you're going to get out of the drawdowns. So one of the keys you can do is go for them A plus setup. So what defines an A plus setup for you? Maybe there's a certain market that works the best out of all the markets that you trade. All right, maybe stick to that one. Right, maybe there's certain confluences in your strategy that you look for that make it higher probability. Only go for them. All right. So what you can do after this call is make sure you know what your A plus setup is and define it. Next up is a little cool one. It just takes shorter targets. So again, we're building that confidence back up. And one way to do that is to just start getting them little wins in. Just start getting a bit of confidence back. So you're seeing the trades work. So they work really, really well. One question: how many assets should I trade at a time? So it all depends on your strategy. I myself trade quite a few different markets in forex, commodities, indices. So it all depends on the strategy. What I do recommend though is to test and optimize the strategy to the best markets. So luckily the strategy I use works on a lot of markets. So yeah, so just make sure you optimize really. I just see that Annie's writing something. Oh, can you only see? Oh, right, right. Can you only see the first slide? Oh, sorry about that. Should be should be showing. Oh dear. Right. Let's just make sure you can see. So yeah, right. It should work now. Just tell me if you can see me flicking back and forward on this. Just bear with me. Can you see me going back one and then forward one? Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. I just had the wrong thing on. So yeah, the first one was taking time off. So don't worry about this as well. I'll have the PDF of this presentation. I'll post this in the Discord for you as well that you can use. So yeah, the first one was taking time off, allow yourself to recalibrate and cool down. Second one was reduce that frequency. So we go for them A plus setups only and allow the markets to transition back to our favourable conditions for the strategy. And the third one is shorter targets. So it's all about gaining this confidence back. So what these are all doing, is creating the confidence, taking time off, reducing frequency, A plus setup, shorter targets, all for confidence. Because when you're confident in trading, there's no stopping you. It's when you're in that negative, bad state, you end up sabotaging yourself and things like that. So it's all about staying in a good place. So another one, this is a very, very good one. Just reduce your risk. So let's say you risk 1%, you hit a drawdown, just go to 0.5%. And what this does, it just allows you to keep executing the edge without feeling the full pain of a loss when it does happen. So it might take a bit longer to get out of a drawdown, but at least you'll be able to get through it a bit easier just because you're reducing your size. Um, so yeah, reducing risk is a fantastic way of doing it. So another one that's really, really important, I see a lot of traders not doing this, is not testing the strategy. All right. It's very important that you verify it, make sure it works for one, because again, you're not going to have confidence in your strategy if you don't know if it works. If you're just winging it, that of course you're going to get anxious and you're probably going to get drawdowns if it doesn't work. You're going to lose your account. So this is the foundation of confidence when you're in a drawdown. If you know your stats, you have something to reference. Say you've had 5 losses in a row. Okay, what did the historical data say? All right, this is totally normal for the system. I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. It's okay. So just that can give you confidence. So you need to know your stats. So do you know what your average win rate is, what your average drawdown is? If not, then you need to go back and make sure you test the strategy. And what this will do is it'll help keep the drawdown small and smooth. Oh no, ignore this bit. This is for the next bit. So yeah, these are the win rates. So if you have, say, a 50% win rate and you go for a risk to reward of 2, you only need a 40% win rate. 1 to 1, you can have 50% just to break even. So understanding your win rate to your risk to reward is important. And then when you understand this, you can understand the probability of losing streaks. So let's say you have a 70% win rate. There's a 100% chance you're going to get 1, 2. If we just go further back here, there's a 1% chance you're going to get 8 trades in a row, losses. So this could happen. So let's say you're on 6 losses, okay? You knew there was a 7% chance of that happening. Okay, you lose another one. There was a 2% chance of that. You lose 8 now. Okay, there's a 1% chance. So at least now you know the stats behind it, and it can just give you a bit of confidence going forward. Another thing I want to cover is just a little money management technique to help with the equity curve, help flatten it as well when you do hit drawdown periods. So what you can do is, let's say you risk 1% per trade. And if you lose a trade, what you can do is you go straight down to half, you halve it. So if you're risking 1, move it down to 0.5%. And you stick at that zero point 0.5 until you get back to the original amount before that drawdown. So if you win the next 2 trades and you get back to that 1%, you can go back to full percent. Okay. And then another part of the rule is, if you have 5 wins in a row, then you cut your risk in half again. And what you're doing here is it's flatlining the equity curves. So it will smooth out the drawdowns basically. So when you see an equity curve, you'll see sometimes you get these sharp peaks, drawdowns. What this technique will do is it will just flatten it and smooth it out. But also, going back to the psychology side of things, this is going to keep you being able to execute the system. Okay, so as soon as you lose, you're compromised, even if it's just the first loss. No matter what anyone says, it hits you, it does something to you. So by automatically halving your risk on the next trade, it just gives you that space, that breathing room to take the next trade and not worry about it as much. And what this will do is it will keep them drawdowns really, really low. So instead of, like, say you lose 10 trades, yeah, instead of losing 10%, you've cut it, you'll be losing, what is it, maybe like 4%, 3%. depending how it goes. But it's going to be a much less drawdown, and that's going to be easier to come back from, and it's going to help you be in a better place emotionally. So this little technique could be worth a try as well. So now you don't have to use all of these when you hit a drawdown, but one or two might be all you need to help you manage your way through one. So try the ones that you think will work best and just see how it goes. And like the common theme of this presentation has been, is most drawdowns are all about getting your mental capital back, and this is what these are for. Okay, so yeah, that's the drawdowns. Any questions on any of these? So you can do that, Annie. Yeah. So Annie said if you hit a drawdown and you reduce risk, should the TP also be reduced? So you can do that. What I'd advise is, yeah, instead of going for, say you go for a 2-to-1 normally, you could maybe go down to make sure you get a 1-to-1, and just make sure the shorter targets, like I was saying in the slides. So you want to get back to that original percent. So if you lose 1%, right, you take your next trade, you go for a 1-to-1, right, you get half back, go for the next one, get another half, and then you go back to the full percent. Does that make sense? You can do it that way, yeah. Yeah. So I'll talk a bit about Annie's trade management that we implemented as well. That really helps keep the drawdowns low. Um, what we do with Annie is we wait one candle. So it's a certain setup. We wait one candle, and if it's not in profit after that, then we exit the trade, and this keeps the losses really small. Now, if it does go in our favour, we move it to break even at 80% of 1 hour, and then we wait four candles. No, sorry, we wait four candles if it's not in profit and move it to break even. And that's a good way of keeping the losses really small. And that's worked really well for you, hasn't it, Annie, recently? You're just gone to take a funded account now. Normally, if you hit a psychological block where you know the setup and cannot execute, what should be done? So what should be done is you should execute your edge. So what you can do is just reduce your risk. The main thing is creating the habit of executing your edge. You know, so if the only way you can do that is by reducing your risk, then so be it. Eventually, after time of doing it, you'll see that it has positive results, and then you shouldn't be as afraid of executing your edge in the future. But yeah, the key is just reduce your risk, or look at the risk that you're using. Maybe you're risking too much originally. If you're risking 5% per trade and you're in a losing streak, it's going to be hard to execute. But if you've got a smaller risk percent, like 1%, 0.5, that's going to be a bit more easier psychologically. Okay, so firstly look at how much you're risking. That's the first key. Okay, and then if you're still struggling with that, then just look to halve your risk. Just make sure you're creating the habit of reacting to your edge. All right, that's more important. What time frame is that on? Which one? Annie's trade management, Susie, or yes, Annie's. Annie uses the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So the trade management technique is actually in the course. It's MW Updates 2024. If you go in the course, I explain that trade management in there, so you'll be able to see how I do it. Yeah, cool. Next question. Suppose I'm in a drawdown in 5 to 8%. What is the best thing to control emotions and maintain psychology? So exactly what we've just discussed there. So let me go back. Which one do you think of these would help you? Would taking time off, would that be the best thing to help you, Vabi? Or do you think if you reduce your frequency to only the best setups, would that help? We're going for shorter targets. Maybe you're going for 5 eye? What if you just start going for 2 eye, 1 eye, just hit these wins a bit more? Or would reducing your risk help? Or would this money management technique that I discussed help after this? Also, have you tested the strategy? Have you made sure these drawdowns are normal? How to stop when stop loss hit many times? I'm not able to stop on stop loss. Please give some advice. So I'm not understanding what you mean there. No name. Um, how to stop loss getting hit? Um, well, you can't stop it. It's going to happen. If it's getting hit a lot, you could maybe look to give it a bit more space on it. So what you can do, maybe use an ATI based stop. That's what we use in my trading and what I teach in the courses and stuff is an ATI based stop loss, and that's based on the market's volatility. So if you use like a 1.5 or a 2 ATI, you're giving it a bit more room to wick about and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I like to use. Um, so yeah, that's one way. Give it a bit more room. You could maybe look at a trade management technique to reduce the losses a little bit. One that I like to teach is the 4 candle rule. If it's not in profit after 4 candles, exit the trade. If it is in profit, move to break even. That's a good mechanical way of managing a trade. And the best trades usually work straight away, so that's why that time stop works pretty well. Brilliant. I'm glad that helps. No problem, Bobby. No problem at all. So if anyone else has got any more, let me know. Any questions? Just getting one come through now. Just bear with everyone. So yeah, should one fix an amount or a target per day? Should one fix? Should you have a fixed amount that you target every day? What, like, say I want to make X amount a day. So no, you don't want outcome goals. You want process focused goals. You don't want to say I want to make 1,000 a day. Um, £500 a day. That's unrealistic. It doesn't work like that. On average, you might make say 2% a month, 5% a month, something like that. You can say that, but for goals, you want to say my process focused goals are going to be I'm going to follow my plan, I'm going to make sure I manage my risk, stay patient, follow my routine, do my checklist, my pre-trading rituals, journal. They're the things that are going to help you actually grow into the trader you want to be. So there is actually the last group call we went over performance journaling daily, weekly, and monthly. That's in the VIP videos if you want to check that out. So we go out and you get the journals as well. Also, the journals are in the course as well for those who are part of the course. And I've got a breakdown video in there. I just did it today actually. What should be criteria to design discipline rules? Oh, thanks, no name. Love from India. Love from the UK back. So back to that question. So, what should be the criteria to design discipline rules? Let me process what this means. So, discipline. Okay, so let's just to be more disciplined, right? What we can do first, you need to have a plan. You need to know exactly what you're doing, and then you know if you are being disciplined. So, make sure you have a solid black and white trading plan. And then it's about executing it. Um, but yeah, is that what you mean? More strategy or uh, Cheers, Shah. Shah, he, are. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. When you say you have to follow your rules, you call me, you call me Sam. All right, Sam. When you say you have to follow your rules, I don't understand what you mean there, mate. I think first journal and self-check what the gap in your trading and then make rules to manage the mistakes. I'm doing the same. Everyone has their own rules. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how you grow, when you make mistakes and, you find things out, you just got to adapt, learn from them and implement the changes going forward. And it's as simple as that. But a lot of people avoid that, they don't want to face themselves and face that they might be wrong. And, they just don't take responsibility. Yeah. Journaling's key. So, yeah, what gets measured gets managed. So, yeah, right, I've got a question here. You have to design a set of rules as per your psychology. What should be the criteria to make such rules? So yeah, good question. When you have a strategy, it has to fit your personality and psychology. So you have to look at your routine. Does how you want to trade fit your routine? That'll make a big difference. Your risk, what you're risking, does that fit your risk appetite? So if it's too small, you won't care. If it's too big, you get too fearful on the right risk. And then with the rules, especially like the trade management, that's usually going to be individual to you. Some people like to go for higher win rates, so they go for shorter targets, whereas others will want to play, uh, a trailing method to get more meat of the move. But that's their personality. So you need to find what it is that suits you. So the trade management is a big part of that. So this is a big thing that I say to everyone uh, who trades with me is it has to fit your personality. I can give you the templates, the strategy, but that's how I trade, and you're not me. We don't have the same beliefs, the same psychology. So you got to make it your own. Take the templates, but make it your own and let it fit you and your goals. Hi, Krishna. Is it 100% psychology game? No, definitely not. There's three pillars to trading. There's the strategy, risk, and psychology. Now, if you don't have one of them, then it all crumbles. You need a strategy to have an edge. You need risk to stay in the game, and you need psychology to play forever. Now, psychology is the main thing. Learning the technical is easy, um, and risk that's all easy. But the psychology side of thing, that's what takes a long time. When traders say it took me 5 years to get it right, they're not talking about learning about the technicals. It is the psychology that they're talking about. Learning to understand your triggers, your biases, things like that. So that is where the bulk of the work comes from. But yeah, definitely not 100% psychology game, but psychology is super important. It's usually the last block that you need to get through. It was for me, hence why I'm so passionate on it. How many of you guys have struggled with the psychology side of things? Has that been a tough part of the journey? Finding good entries. I think I'm struggling with finding good entries. Is that more strategy or psychology? Um, so obviously with the good entries, it's probably more strategy. Um, but you can't always be right all the time. So that could be the other side of the psychology where you think, oh, I'm not getting good entries, but you can never get it always perfect. But yeah, if you're after better entries, the way to do that is to look for like confirmation, go down to a lower time frame, look for like a break of structure, something like that. So the micro time frames are aligning with the macro, and that's where you can get your timing a little bit better. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the book. Thank you. Yeah, really tough. Yeah, Susie. Yeah. Remember, Susie, if you need to talk about anything, you can always message me and we'll have a chat. But yeah, it is tough. It takes a long time. But discipline and falling in love with the process, not focus on the outcome, has really helped. Also, developing a probabilistic mindset. Yeah, exactly. Well done, Susie. So if anyone's got any more questions, we'll stay on for a bit. I'm a beginner. How do I find my strategy and what steps to find it? So I've got my course and stuff that you can get, and that goes through my strategies and other variations and things like that. Teaches you the whole process of how to test it, how to manage risk from A to Z. So I'd probably say that would be the best step. And then you can trade with me live on the Discord as well. Watch how I do it, see my thinking processes. So so yeah, if anyone is after the course, you can get it with the subscription on the Discord. So you get all these bonuses on here. The trade recaps, watch list, trade room live, and yeah, get the course. And then you get the premium weekly group calls and stuff. So yeah, if you're interested, links are in the Discord. I am a beginner. Oh, I've already read that one. What factors does environment and your social circles have on you as a trader? So yeah, big factors. We'll start with social circles. So yeah, that can be a big one. You know, trading is seen as risky by a lot of people. You know, when when you say to like your family member, they'll automatically fear it because they don't understand it. You know, they don't understand it's a game of managing risk, probabilities, and stuff like that. And it's the same with money. You know, whenever you mention money, people the normal thing is, oh, you can't afford to do that. It's risky. You know, but these are limiting beliefs. So your social circle is important. You want to be around people who are who are winning and have a good mindset to money and stuff, especially. Environment. I suppose you mean the same thing. Um, but making sure it's a positive environment is important. You don't want to be around negativity. So biases, trader biases are important to understand what your personal ones are. And that's why journaling is important. Start tracking what certain biases you have. And yeah, and then when you know them, then you can start to work on them and improve them. That's the key. Find out what they are and then take action to prevent them and strengthen your own psychology. But you don't know what they are if you don't track and find out. So this is what takes a long time to do. Most people just ignore it and hope it will get better. But you need to be constantly working on it. So is it like sync with market bias first from daily updates? Sorry, I'm a bit confused there. Oh, are you talking now about setting up the trading bias for the day? What you're looking for? Right, got you. So yeah, you know, I have a trading plan. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for two high value areas with the triple divergence into it, and then I go down to a lower time frame for confirmation. That's it. So once I see that, I take the trade. There's no guesswork. I've already pre-written what I'm doing. So that's my bias. So that's why you need a plan. You know, if you have a plan, you know what you're doing, and then there's no hesitation or anxiousness. But more so, you need to make sure it's black and white. You know, a mechanical training plan that you can just follow straight away and easy. You know, if it's a bit discretionary, that's when the hesitation and doubts can start coming in. So I'm a big proponent of making sure it's a very systematic plan that you have. Also, I'm just going to upload the file for everyone on this chat for you to download. Should all be able to get it now. So another question. So in trading psychology, 70% of the game is waiting for A plus setups. I have trouble losing focus when sitting for hours. What should be done? I get bored out. So yeah, the key is to optimize your routine for focus. You know, going back to discipline. The longer you stay at a chart, if you're staying there for 8 hours a day, your willpower, your focus is starting to deplete. And once it's depleted, that's when you're more susceptible to emotional trading, losing your focus. So optimize how much time you spend trading. So an hour, 2 hour, that's a good amount of time to be trading. Any more than that, that willpower starts to deplete. So optimize your trading times to begin with is a good way of going about it. So So I like to set alerts at key areas and levels. Then I don't have to hesitate. Not then I don't have to sit there. Yeah, that's it. That's beautiful. That's the way you want to do it. And it works especially well with that MW or the triple. You just set alert at the peak, wait for it to get hit, and then you can do your business. You just enter straight away, whatever. Yeah, alerts are key. Yeah, alerts. We're super lucky to have alerts. Imagine back in the day they didn't have any of that. So yeah, we're very lucky to be able to set alerts. It's such a little thing that can make a big difference. So Alan, what was the worst drawdown you've been through, and what strategy you used to get out of it? So the worst drawdown I ever had was in the beginning. I had a trend following system, a mechanical trend following, and I can't remember the exact, but I must have lost like 18, 19, 20 trades, something like that. It was ridiculous. But I kept executing it. And at the end, like literally, my aim was to get to 100 trades. And like literally the last few trades of the 100, I hit a big win and it covered all the losses and got me out in a bit of profit. So that was the biggest drawdown. And I never wanted to experience that again. So that's why I started making these strategies that you see now, like the MW, the higher win rate ones and stuff. So yeah, what I did to get out of that was just keep executing the system. But I did halve my risk actually. I remember now. Yeah, I went to 50% risk, not 50% per trade. Halved it by 50%. But yeah, now if I hit a drawdown, I'll use this money management technique that we talked about, or any of these that we discussed on the slides. Uh, yes, I've been doing that on the MW. Yeah, brilliant, Susie. Makes a big difference. How's your routine been going? I know we said about making sure we schedule things after your trading so you don't end up staying at the chart. So that's another thing we did with Susie. So she wanted to make sure she weren't staring at the charts, getting bored, staying there for hours. Yeah, time blocking we call it. So just make commitments after your trading hours. So you have to get away from the charts. Any tools except TradingView for alerts? No, I just use TradingView myself. I mean, you can do it on all brokers these days. COS, don't know what that stands for. COS. Oh, think or swim. So we'll give it a few more minutes for a few more questions and then we'll get going. I need to go to the barbers and get my beard cut. It's looking a bit wild. So if anyone's got any more questions, I'll stay on for a few minutes. What's the max pairs one should keep while trading forex. So how many? It's totally up to you. You know, I'm a big fan of less is more, but I'm an outlier to that. I mean, I do recommend if you can trade one, three markets, you know, that helps again the focus, you know, optimize that. So you're not splitting it too much. But for me, I do go through a lot of markets for my setup. It's just that's just my style. You know, again, going back to your personality, what would help you trade better? Is it having less markets, so you more focus? Like I'm doing on the gold, yeah, yeah. So gold, you know, if you just stick to gold, master that market, get to know it personally, you know, you probably become a lot better at trading than splitting your focus, maybe. But that's just my style. But like I said, the strategy I use, it works on a lot of markets, so I'm confident. So just a few more questions now coming through. Did everyone enjoy the presentation today? I know it was a bit quicker than I thought it would be. Last one was quite a long one. Yeah, good. I just felt like it was a bit short, but you know, the main thing is I got it out there for you. What's the max? Oh, I wrote that one. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, cheers, Dina. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Susie, thank you. Glad, glad you liked it. This will be on. I'll upload this to the course as well if you want to watch it back and in the Discord VIP. I'm going through your order block videos now. We'll start tracking it from now in my live trades and later may add that as one of my conferences. Yeah, order blocks are cool. Um, yeah, I don't really use order blocks too much these days. I use QMLs. That's a pretty similar area of where the order block will be. But yeah, with the order blocks, it can get a bit funny. You know, you can start tweaking them too much. But yeah, go through it, see if it helps. Yeah, thank you, Sam. Cheers. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, rewatch it as many times as you need. It's in the VIP section. There is actually no, it is in the course, yeah. But there's also videos. If you go to the VIP education bit, all the videos in there about the high value areas and the QML ones in there, so you can watch it on there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm always aware of the length of the videos. Yeah, try and keep them as short as possible. Yeah, I find if they're a bit too long, I'm the same. Um, I don't ingest them as properly. Short and sweet is the way. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with everyone's questions now. I think we've done some good work there. So yeah, thanks for joining me. For those who are new, you'll get all this in the VIP section to watch back, and it'll be in the course. So yeah, we'll do it again next week. Any ideas for topics, just let me know, and we'll cover them. So yeah, okay, thanks guys and girls. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.